Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Who is speaking? Satvik.
Good morning, sir.
Mute your. Good morning. Mute. Okay. I asked you a question. Have you gone through the question and answers, which is yesterday? Okay. If you have not gone through, please do it today. Sound problem,
No,
hai?
sir. No, sir.
No. Okay.
Clear. No, sir. It is
Hmm.
clear, sir.
Okay. So today we'll start the next chapter, the making of national movement 1870s to 1947. Please write the name of the chapter. Often come across the term called nation. The meaning of
Country, sir. It is.
Meaning of nation.
Hello, sir.
hello.
Territory, sir. Also.
Country and nation are same.
Same.
The term which means people belongs to the same race, religion, and culture stay in a defined geographically. I repeat, what is called nation means
Yes, sir, we are getting it.
you're not getting what I'm. Okay. So that's why most of the time we call tell me when they landed in India.
Six.
They landed in India.
Sir, 16. 16. August 24, 1608.
1600. Okay, 16. The British East India Company got the permission to trade.
In that mission, they entered our country in 1600.
That is correct. 1600 is correct. I'm asking which year the British East India Company got permission from Indian rulers to trade in India.
Sir, 1635. 16
Huh?
or 35.
Hmm?
1765, sir.
1965, sir.
It is not in 1665. It is in 1612. Please write down certain bullet points. It is in the year 1612. 1612. So in the year 1612, British East India Company got a permission to trade in India by Jahangir. Belongs to which dynasty?
Mughals.
Mughals. Okay. Okay. So in this particular chapter, we are going to study about the Indian National Congress under the leadership of early leaders and later by Mahatma Gandhi, how the Indian National Congress fought against the British rule. Okay. And in because that we studied in the previous chapter. Here we study only after formation of Indian National Congress till the independence of our country till 1947. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the previous chapters, we looked at British conquest of territories and takeover of kingdoms, introduction of new laws and administrative institutions, change of change in the lives of peasants and tribals, education changes in the 19th century, debates regarding the condition of women, challenges to the caste system, social and religious reforms, the revolt of 1857, and the decline of craft and industries. So can you associate these chapters now? British conquest of territories and takeover. Which chapter? Chapter number? Chapter number?
Two, sir.
Chapter 2 from 3 to 7.
Chapter 2. Okay. Introduction of new laws and administrative institutions. That is called taxation. Chapter number?
Ru- Ruling the countryside, chapter 3rd.
Ruling the countryside. Okay. Impact or the changes in the life of tribals and farmers. Chapter number?
Chapter 4 given for a golden age.
Okay. Tribals. Okay. Then debate regarding condition of women. Which chapter?
Chapter 8, sir. Women
Chapter
are
8, sir.
transformed.
Okay.
Chapter
Chapter
8.
8.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Challenges to the caste system. Same chapter. Social and religious reforms. Same chapter. The revolt of 1857. Chapter number
5.
Rebel, chapter 5th, sir.
5, sir.
5.
5, sir. 5.
We
Chapter number
studied
5.
all these aspects of British East India Company in the chapters mentioned. Okay. Now, let us move to the topic emergence of nationalism. Please write down the emergence of nationalism. The emergence of nationalism. Okay. What is the meaning of term nationalism? Belongingness towards the nation is called as nationalism. Repeat, sense of belongingness. Sense of belongingness. Sense of belongingness to the nation is called as nationalism. Take for example, in India, we have certain national symbols like we have national flag, national anthem. The moment we come across all these, then we feel that we belong to this particular country. So that sense of belongingness is called as nationalism. In India, before the British rule, the sense of nationalism or the sense of belongingness was not there. The reason is that India was ruled by various dynasties in various regions. For example, Mughals ruled, Marathas ruled, Sikh rules, Rajputs ruled, and in south side, Wadayars of Mysore, Chalukya, Hoysala. So several kingdoms ruled India in the different regions. So each region, for example, people belongs to the Mysore and nearby place. For them, Mysore is their nation or Mysore is their country. So the common identity, like today what we have from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, this common identity of India was not there because we were not ruled by common dynasty. But the British East India Company defeated several Indian rulers, which we studied in the previous chapter. Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, Anglo-Mysore Wars, Anglo-Maratha Wars, then claim to paramountcy, that is doctrine of lapse, subsidiary alliance system. So by implementing several policies or by waging several wars, the British East India Company defeated and controlled entire nation. When a British East India Company controlled entire nation, now the enemy become a common enemy, that is British. Okay. So because of that reason, the concept of nationalism emerged in India only after revolt of 1857. So the concept or the idea of nationalism emerged in India of 1857. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, please write down British ruled from 3 presidencies. Okay. British ruled from 3 presidencies. One, Bombay Presidency. Then second, Bengal Presidency. Third presidency. So British ruled from 3 presidencies. One, Bombay Presidency. Second, please repeat after me.
Bengal Presidency.
Bengal Presidency.
And Madras
Presidency.
Bombay and Madras Presidency.
So British had 3 capitals in India. The British ruled from
Yes.
3 capitals. One from Bombay, Madras, and from
Bengal, sir.
Calcutta, Bengal Presidency. Okay. So the British East India Company passed several acts. Okay. Take for example, please write down the Arms Act of 1878. The Arms Act of 1878. What Arms Act banned? The Arms Act of 1878 banned Indians from possessing arms. Means no Indian was allowed to keep weapons. So it's a discriminatory law passed by the British. Second act of discrimination, that is called Vernacular Press Act. Vernacular Press Act. Vernacular. Vernacular Press Act. Same year, that is 1878. According to Vernacular Press Act, the local newspapers or Indian languages were not allowed to print any news commodities which are objectionable or against the British rule. So the British East India Company passed certain bills. One I told you, Arms Act. Second, Vernacular Press Act. Third, please write down, Ilbert Bill. Ilbert Bill. Double L B E R T B I L B I double L. Ilbert Bill. Now, what is called Ilbert Bill controversy? Take for example, at present in Karnataka, most controversial discussion is going on in college education system. Some problem is there. Can you tell me what is the problem?
Yes, sir. Hijab. Some of
Wearing of
Yes, sir.
hijab.
That girls
Hijabs.
wearing
This
Hijab,
is
sir.
hijab.
discussed
Hijab.
now. Okay, understood. This is discussed in which court now? The case is there in which court
High Court
pending?
of Karnataka.
High Court of Karnataka. Very good. Now, in High Court of Karnataka, if tomorrow government says that the judge of High Court of Karnataka should belongs to Hindu religion, he should not be belongs to Muslim religion, who gives the decision on this. If such a decision comes from the government of Karnataka, imagine that situation. Will it turn into controversy?
Yes, sir.
Why?
So because Muslim will tell that's discrimination to them, and Hindu judge will support to the Hindus.
Very good.
So they made
Because
three-panel judge, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay.
Three judges.
So now, very good, very good. That means you are tracking the current development. Now, actually, what is law says that whoever in the seat of judgment, whoever in the seat of judgment means judge, his caste, religion, or culture should not influence on the judgment which he delivers. But here what happened, the British government planned to pass a bill. They said that no Indian judge can punish an European person. Means no Indian judge can punish a British citizen. Means if a British citizen involved in any crime in India during the British period, he cannot be punished by the Indian judge. That this bill is known as Ilbert Bill. Do you feel this bill is correct?
No, sir, it's not.
No, sir.
No, because the British
not-
wanted to discriminate even in the judicial system, which is not correct. So, British East India Company passed the controversial Ilbert Bill, in which the Indian judges denied the right of giving judgment in those cases where European citizens are involved. So there are few examples which just mentioned. One is Arms Act, which is the second one which I mentioned.
Vernacular Press Act, sir.
Vernacular press
Vernacular. Okay. Third one, Ilbert Bill.
Ilbert Bill.
Ilbert Bill.
All these bills or the laws clearly discriminating Indians. Okay. Or British wanted to subjugate or control the Indians. Okay. So that is the reason why majority of the Indians were not happy with the rule by the British East India Company. Okay. Next point, write down. The Indian National Congress was established. The Indian National Congress was established in 1885. 1885. The Indian National Congress established or founded by in 1885 by A. O. Hume, Hume. Indian National Congress founded in 1885 by A.O. Hume.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Early leaders of Indian National Congress. Please write down early leaders of Indian National Congress. Early leaders of Indian National Congress. One, Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji. Second, Firoz Shah Mehta. Prozeshah. Firoz Shah Mehta. Third, Badruddin Chapji. Badru.
WC NRG.
Okay. Din. WC Banerjee. WC Banerjee, his name is Omesh Chandra Banerjee. Omesh Chandra Banerjee. That is a Bengali name. Then Surendranath Banerjee. Surendranath Banerjee. Sorry. Ramesh Chandra Dutt. Ramesh Chandra Dutt. Subramanya Iyer. Subramanya Iyer. So the Indian National Congress started in the year 1885 by A.O. Hume. By A.O. Hume. Okay. Next point, write down. Phases. PHASES. Phases of Indian National Congress. Phase means stage. First point, moderate. You can see here the example. Moderate. MODERATE. Moderate phase. Moderate phase. Second, radical phase. Radical phase. Third one, Gandhian era. ERA. Gandhian era. ERA. Okay, I repeat. So Indian National Congress fought freedom under three different styles. First, 1805 to 1885 to 1905, called as moderate phase. Moderate phase. Radicals, you can see here, moderates and radicals. RADICALS, radical phase. After that, that is after 1916 onwards, Gandhiji entered freedom struggle, but Gandhiji actively involved in freedom struggle from 1920. So from 1920 till the freedom of our country, it is Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi led the freedom struggle. That's why we call that entire period as Gandhian period led by Mahatma Gandhi. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So can
Okay.
you repeat the date of all the three periods?
1885 to 1905. First one, moderate phase, 1885 to 1905. Then 1905 to 1916, radical phase. Then 1920 to 1947, that is Gandhian era. Actually, this chapter should be taught in offline mode because nationalism. I can't explain you each and every aspect of this chapter on online mode because a lot of to the nationalism. It's really sheer bad luck that
Phase.
they are not able to meet. Okay, so Gandhian era, 1920 to 1947, moderates, radicals, and the Gandhian era. Now, what is the difference between these three? Okay. Now, moderates, radicals, and Gandhian era. This is a method how they fought freedom struggle. Okay. Initially, the Indian National Congress, they were not keen to demand for freedom for the country. Okay, I repeat, the Indian National Congress in the early days, they were not so keen about the freedom. Then what they demanded? They demanded that Indians should be given high position in the government and Indians should be allowed to write civil service examination, and the center of civil service examination should be in India, and some administrative changes should be done. So, initial leaders, just now, Dadabhai Nauroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tyaji, Umesh Chandra Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, all these leaders of Indian National Congress, they were all labeled as moderates. They were all labeled as moderates. Moderates never demanded freedom to the country because they understood that, or they agreed with the fact that we cannot fight against the British because they are huge force. So better we request certain facilities from the British for the betterment of our country. So that is the method followed by moderates. So moderates followed the method of writing letters requesting the British government to implement certain facilities. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you know very well the moderates wanted to develop the Indians or the improve Indians with the help of the British. The idea of moderates were not liked by a group of leaders who are popularly known as Lal Bal Pal. Can you tell me who are those Lal Bal Pal?
Lala
Lala
Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar
Bal
Tilak,
Gangadhar Tilak.
Gangadhar Tilak.
Bipin Chandra Pal. Please write down.
Pal.
Yes, sir.
Radical leaders. Bipin Chandra Pal. Please write down. Bipin Chandra Pal. Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Bipin Chandra Pal. Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Lala Lajpat Rai.
Rajpat Rai.
Okay. So, Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, they were more radical in their methods and thinking. They criticized whom? They criticized whom?
Moderate radical.
Very good. They criticized moderates because they said that what moderate leaders are doing, they are doing just politics of prayers. Means they go and ask or the pray in front of British officers. That is not the correct. So young leaders of Indian National Congress, they were not happy with the moderate methods. So that's the reason why they started their own method of war, or sorry, fighting against the British. What is their radical? Means boycott of British goods, boycott of British goods. Then writing or publishing the newspaper in Indian languages. Okay. Then Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi means asking Indians to use only the Indian goods. So Swadeshi movement, boycott movement, the Vernacular Press Act. This all started by radical leaders. Among them, the most famous was Tilak's slogan. What is the Tilak slogan of raised by Tilak?
Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it.
Very good. Freedom is my birthright. I shall have it. That means that is the first time Indians demanded for Swaraj. Swaraj. Swa means own. Raj means, that means he said that I will have my own rule in my country. Okay. Moderates never demanded for Swaraj. Okay. But Tilak said that we must fight for Swaraj. Tilak said we should make sure that British leave the country because this country belongs to us. That's what he said, that we must fight for Swaraj. And the famous slogan of Tilak is freedom is my birthright. He said that it is my birthright, since it's my birthright, and naturally no one can deny it, so that I shall have it. So radical leaders like Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, they were outrightly criticized the method followed by whom? Followed by
Moderates.
Right. Moderate.
moderates. Very good. Okay. Write down this particular point. In 1905, Viceroy Lord Curzon, Curzon, Viceroy Lord Curzon partitioned, divided the Bengal. 1905, Viceroy Lord Curzon divided Bengal or partitioned Bengal. Now, what is the real reason for partition? Because Bengal in those days, including today's Bangladesh and the part of Bihar and part of Orissa and part of West Bengal. So West Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, and today's Bangladesh, this huge province is Bengal province. You know very well, present day Bangladesh and present day West Bengal, present day Bangladesh, concentration of Muslim population is more. So British wanted that if the Bengal is divided into East Bengal and West Bengal, naturally the unity among the Hindus and Muslims will be divided. So if unity is divided, that will weaken the freedom struggle. But British, they cannot openly say that we are dividing Bengal for this reason. What is the reason they gave? They said that Bengal is a huge province. So to make administration easier, we are dividing the Bengal. So division of Bengal or the partition of Bengal was one such step by the British to weaken the freedom movement. Hope you are with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the radicals supported Swadeshi movement. The term Swadeshi you know very well. Swadeshi means we should encourage and use the commodities produced in India. So Swadeshi, Swaraj, and boycott. of British goods. What is called boycott? Boycott means prohibition or not using. That is called boycott. Boycotting of classes means what? You come out from the class, go for a strike. So boycott of what here? Boycott of British goods and the British institutions. So radicals are those leaders or the young generation leaders of Indian National Congress. They were not happy with the followed by the moderates because they called it as a politics of prayer. So they fought with the three major aim. One, Swaraj. Second, Swadeshi. Third, boycott of British goods as well as institutions, because they said that don't attend British schools and colleges. So British institutions, Swaraj and Swadeshi. Okay. Because of this intensified fight between moderates and extremists, Indian National Congress divided into two groups. That is called Congress split in 1907. Please write down this date. So the Indian National Congress split in 1907. That means after 1907, moderates and extremists openly they fought freedom movement separately. Means they are not joined together. Their methods were different. This is the time only. Later you understand that the revolutionary leaders, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, Khudiram Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, they were fighting a different battle, because for them it is said that tit for tat, because these leaders said that if the British officers are killing us, we will kill them. So their method of fighting is, that is, revolutionary step. So the Indian National Congress reunited in the year 1915. National Congress reunited in the year 1915, divided in which year?
1907, sir.
1907.
Yes, sir. 90.
07.
Okay.
So, okay. So, Indian National Congress basically started by the British officer called A.O. Hume. A. O. Hume. Very purpose of Indian National Congress when it is started to help the British in administration. That's why Indian National Congress started by the British. But later, Indian National Congress led the freedom movement in a three different phases, style, mode of operation. One is called moderate phase. What is the second one?
Radical phase, sir.
Radicals. Third
Gandhian Era.
phase is led by
Gandhian Era.
Yes, sir.
okay, Mahatma Gandhi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll wind up for today. Please write down the question and answers. The previous chapter question and answers I'll upload by today, so that you can write the question and answers of that chapter also. Okay. Take care.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.